Hey guys, it's me, Maniac Jack 24 here, and today I'm going to be reacting to Rasputin vs Stalin, Stalin from Epic Rap Battles of History, the Queen version, because I did actually find out that the other version, which is the actual video, has got a lot more curse words than I actually thought, and that it would go way quicker if I just used the Queen version since I talk a lot more. And plus I actually did watch the Queen version a few times and I did actually will make a few references to like what the curse words were and so pretty much that would be it. And also before I begin, I make no claim to any of the epic rap battles of histories, music or to their or to their or to their copyright. Because all the copyright belongs to them, and I'm alright being copyright striked by them, but I won't be alright if my video gets taken down for reacting to the Queen version of battle since it's their season 2 finale. Well, it was their no, it is their season 2 finale. Anyways, let's begin. Wow. They nailed Rasputin's look. I mean, they're not wrong. He did look like that. Well, he did look more like a Frank. I think more of this version of him mixed more with a more wider beard, and with more oily hair, and sideburns, and him carrying around more of a Bible or something as well. I could be mistaken as that, but at the same time, I don't know that much to Rasputin besides the fact that he was known as a semi-holy healer who got killed out in the most epic way possible by surviving being fed literally deadly poison, and being thrown into a river, and being shot 3 times. 2 times he died on the third shot. Oh wow. I'm not gonna lie, that looks a lot like Stalin, minus the fact that that is that's one fake mustache. It's like, that is easily could be mistaken as the best Stalin cosplay that you can ever find out, but still, Stalin's one of the worst men that lived in history, and he's above where Adolf Hitler is, so no. Yeah, so I liked on how they keep the details that he was a general, and that they gave him a lot of medals. Well, I can answer that. Quite frankly, less than 8. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's less than 8. Because there's Lenin. Lenin wasn't actually a dictator. He more had like a council, like that made him like a president thing. Stalin was more of a dictator than everyone after Stalin. Wow. Disgrace what you did to your own people. Your daddy beat you like a dog, and now you're evil. From Georgia, sweet Georgia. The Georgia that he's talking about is the country, not the state, for anyone who's from the U.S. and who does not know about Georgia country. I'm just pointing that out for some of my U.S. watchers. Read books on Folger as a messed up bit in the mind. Built a superpower, but it paid the price. With the endless destruction of Russian lives. You're a man of steel, I spit kryptonite. Yeah, so pretty much, yeah, so Stalin's name in Russian means Stalin means steel or man of steel in Russia. Meaning that, yeah, since Stalin's actual last name is, I don't know how to pronounce it since I'm not Russian or from any Slavic descent, or I don't even know how to pronounce most Slavic words. Or it's I know that would just butcher his last name completely. So I'm just gonna just go and define it. Define that. So, anyways, so Stalin was definitely beaten up as a child by his dad. Back then, during that time, that was all right. All right. I mean, it was still slightly not all right, but back then it was more normal than it is now. Well, Rasputin, you do realize you're talking to the guy who loved his first wife and didn't care about his second wife. So what do you think doing that? And plus, during Stalin's rise to power, through most of his dictatorship, his wife had already been dead. Both of them had been dead at that point. That point when he was doing so many committed evil acts. Anyway, Stalin, bring the battle to your favor. Look into my eyes, you perverted witch. See the soul of the man who made Mother Russia is. We all know what he did say there. I killed the about my wife. My own son got locked up in prison, and I didn't save his life. That is very true, actually. Yeah, Stalin pretty much told the Germans that they won't be able to have his first son, that they won't be able to have their commander, since the Germans offered like a peace offering like for a commander for Stalin's son. So Stalin just essentially said no, like, and he didn't believe that his son was worthy of saving, so he just just let him off. Yeah, so what he means by when they pickle that moose, well, if anyone who happens to visit St. Petersburg's museum, then they should know like what Rasputin's pickled moose thing is. And yes, the thing will be describing it. And yeah, that should give you a better idea. If you don't get it, then just search up Rasputin's December Demember, and you will understand it immediately. Like, I mean, just don't look at pictures of it, because that will scare you. Well, I mean, he's not wrong that Stalin did purge on several families and that he did keep a tight control around the food chain. So he's not lying about that. When he died, about 500 people died due to them all being crushed to death by a moaning nation of the Soviet Union or the USSR. Ooh. Well, you do know that it's harder to. Ooh, so now we have Lenin in the picture. So Rasputin, Lenin, and Stalin actually all lived at the same time. Stalin, like Rasputin, was born way earlier than the other two, but granted that they all were in Russia or the Russian Empire during the time of World War One and before, except for Lenin, who got exiled to Switzerland a little bit before World War One. So it's unlikely that they would have all met face to face like this. I know that Lenin and Stalin had met face to face several times, since Stalin was Lenin's apprentice, not apprentice, but general secretary. It's actually on how Stalin became part of power. It's very good. But both but I find it very unlikely that Stalin would have ever met Rasputin. I mean, it is likely that he did, but at the same time, who knows if he did or didn't in real life. You want to know what he said there? Well, it's another word for butts. Only instead it starts with an A and ends in an S. And I actually laughed my head off the first time I watched it and I heard that. Well, he's not wrong. Wrong. Rasputin does look like a real version of anything you can find for the Goosebumps. The Goosebumps. It's like, look for a humanoid monster that looks like as if Frankenstein had its own body. His own Frankenstein's monster had its own body that was completely human and didn't need like metal things in it or whatever it is at this point. I'm pretty sure that Stalin's left arm was the arm that was shriveled from that car accident. Or was it his right? Can you guys correct me in the comment sections below, since I'm really going to be confused if it was his left arm or right arm. Please tell me in the comments down below. So I always get confused on this. A little bit of background history. Karl Marx was the guy who sort of inspired Lenin and Stalin to actually create more. Well, Karl Marx wrote the Communist Manifesto, in which both Lenin and Stalin read, and so pretty much Lenin organized a party in the Russian Empire called the Bolsheviks, which was a communist system, and that Stalin was more of like during that time, slightly before World War One. Stalin was pretty much just a thug for Lenin, and he was more viewed as an ally. But so what Lenin's saying here is that since the birth of Marx, that they were able to get a good idea to spread out communism. The only problem is that it waged on a full-on economic war that lasted for about nearly a century. Because America fought the Red Scare a little bit earlier than World War One, but I'm not going to get that much into detail. So let's continue. A new component. Wait, is that Khrushchev or Gorbachev? Let me see. So I see him. Did somebody say Marx? Yep, that is. Hold on. Khrushchev, Gorbachev. Wait. Yeah, that's Gorbachev. I'm the host with the most glass nose. Holes made a mess and the war got cold. Shook hands with both Ronalds, Reagan and McDonald, no doubt. He ain't lying. He did shake hands with both Ronald McDonald and Ronald Reagan. Hold on. The last dictator of the Soviet Union was Khrushchev. Hold on, let me just check this because I always forget his name. Like this seriously is gonna haunt me. Alright. Go on. Tell me. Alright, so. Oh, yeah, it was Gorbachev. My bad, not Khrushchev. No, yeah, it was it was Gorbachev. I'm bad at this. Oh yeah, that is Gorbachev. My bad. My bad. I'm pretty sure I said Khrushchev earlier. I'm sadly mistaken if I did say that. Yeah, do feel bad. And just to tell you, yes, that is PewDiePie. I did see behind the scenes video where they actually did get PewDiePie to do that. No, you did not tear down the Berlin Wall. Well, you allowed it to go down by the hands of by the German people, just because they were separated from their families for a little bit more than a, than around 40 years, which is a lesson that North Korea should definitely learn to tear down its walls and join up with South Korea and end its communist regime. But unfortunately, North Korea will never learn that lesson in our time, I believe. Or if not, then just yeah, I made a reference out of date. But the birthmark is actually very good. Yeah, I mean it's true. Rasputin was very good at yoga, and worst of all was he never took a shower or a bath, so he smelled a lot. But surprisingly, all the girls went to him. And you all need to learn how to handle real power. Oh no, another wait a second. Oh wait, I know who that is. Well, here comes, here comes the current leader of Russia. Still then, still is now. Say hello to Vladimir Putin. Did somebody say real power? You want to mess with me? Yep, he is wearing no shirt. Why am I not surprised? I spit hot words when I'm crossing these beats, blowing up like a tuba while I'm falling in Cuba, doing judo moves at school in every communist. What he said there was the Russian F word. The F word in Russian, I believe. Yeah, he did say it. I'm a president, my prime, my enemy don't distract me. The last man who attacked me in the headlights, a contract on me. You know what you're doing when you try to boss around because I'm on like Putin. You find that the XKTV is the best MC in the XCCCP. He's not lying. Putin was in KGB member or KGVB or member or whatever you call it. So, anyways, that was my reaction to Rasputin vs. Stalin from Epic Rap Battles of History. Anyways, before I go, all the video rights belong to Epic Rap Battles of History. All the music rights belong to Epic Rap Battles of History, and I make no claim on it whatsoever, other besides just watching it and reviewing it. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Anyways, goodbye.